Hey, welcome to Sapphic Lit Pop-Up Author Interview. Today we have Kate Rounds, the author of Catboat Road, one of my favorite books. How you doing, Kate?
I'm doing okay, my friend. How about you?
I am good. I'm happy to talk about your book, which I've read, twice. And of
Oh, I
course,
got all your midnight texts. Yeah.
I know I love this sentence. I love this sentence. So can you tell us a little bit about the book?
Yeah. I woke up sometime in January and decided I wanted to write a novel. I'd been a journalist forever and ever, and I wanted to make a fictional account that that actually happened to me. And not very exciting things ever did happen to me, but I did have an affair with my mother's best friend, and I'm thinking, boy, that's it. That's like a reality show thing. Let's go with that, right? So I started writing it. And I've always known, and I know you and I talk a lot about memoir versus fiction, and I already knew that I could never write a memoir for a bunch of reasons. This is the only thing that seemed interesting to me in my entire life, and I also want to write fiction. So it like all fiction, it stems from something that happened to me, but of course I made up a lot of shit.
Okay, nice. How old were you when you had this affair with your mother's friend?
I was probably 19 or something like that. It's like ancient history for me, but she was in her 30s. I
Okay.
mean, it was all legal,
Right.
nothing. We weren't going to go to the slammer over this,
Well, I mean, I just want to emphasize it's an age gap trope. I mean, and
Yeah,
when you're 19, that's still, a little
yeah,
young.
as I remember, yes, but you're right. This is Age Gap, which is a classic kind of trope for. It's not really romance. It's a little literary. It's a little commercial. It's got all that stuff in it.
It's got good stuff in it.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
got
you
sex in it.
say, you talk about using stuff from your personal life and to write fiction. And we've talked about autofiction. And, there is a fine line between some. You talk about how you could never write memoir, but there is a lot of, this takes place in the town you grew up. So you're able to kind of use those sensory, the location and different places. So you've put a lot of that in. But as far as fiction, it's safe to say it's fiction, but you add a lot of other things to pad it.
Right. And what you said about setting is really important. One of the great parts of fiction is setting because you know it inside and out, so you're getting the sense and the feel of the place, which you can only do if you know a place really well. Like the Massachusetts coast, you and I are Bay Staters, so we know what that's all about, right? Yeah,
Definitely.
but you know, I don't think it would be interesting if you just wrote what actually happened. I mean, that might as well be journalism, and I've been a journalist my entire life, so I'm not going to just record something that happened. You
Right.
need to give it this rounded feel and to bring in other characters. And I tried to make it funny. I mean, this is having an affair with your mother's best friend is not like serious business.
Yeah.
It just does have some comic moments, right?
Right. Definitely. I mean, I think that, and that's when you're writing memoir, you know everything, right? Because it happened to you. And you have to put also those layers of the visual, the sensual, what you hear, what you see. And sometimes it's harder to do that in memoir because you see it all in your head. But when you're writing fiction, you're creating it, you're putting it out there. And you can also work through some things. Was any of writing Catboat Road cathartic?
Well, first, I just want to say something about memory, how that is such an evocative thing in both memoir, which comes from memory, and fiction. I got to tell you, this happened such a long time ago that Mrs. Forrest, who's the person in here, is just one of my many failed relationships. I know in Half In you had like a really major one, right? But I just add old Mrs. Forrest to the string of disasters that I've had in relationships, and it obvious. Well, I won't tell. In real life, it didn't work out. Let's put it that way.
How long did it last in real life?
Oh, maybe a year because don't forget, well, yeah, yeah, I would say maybe that, on and off probably.
Well, that's good. So we just got
Yeah.
a few more seconds left. Do you have what's coming out next?
I am doing another fiction based on reality. It's about me falling in love with my therapist. So it's again just a
Shocker.
never-ending string of disasters in my love life. It's called My Fabulous Analyst, and Can't wait to get somebody to publish it.
Well, that sounds good. I hope you keep having these failed relationships because they make for great books, Kate.
They
I'm
make
telling
for
you,
great
I love
books,
them.
great memoirs, great fiction, you name it, but not great for life in some cases,
Uh,
right?
I would have to agree. All right. Well, thank you. This was great. We'll have you back on when you talk about the next book when it comes
Thank you
out.
so much. Always great to
Uh,
talk to you,
You
Felice.
too. See you later. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye-bye.